We are really freaking nervous about it and have no idea what's about to happen.
This week on Seven Little Johnstons, Liz and Bryce are gearing up for a big revelation. But first, it's time for the conference in Austin, which was full of fun adventures, a talent show, new friends, and some big relationship moments. Heading to Austin, everyone had a different objective for the week.
No regrets, no sleep, hella fun.
I'm definitely excited to make new friends and add them to our group.
My goal for this conference is just spend more time with Allie and work on our relationship.
Emma and Ella went for a dip at Barton Springs, and they brought along some new friends.
Ella and I met Mackenzie and Luba at the dance last night, so I invited them to Barton Springs because I want to get to know them more, like separately, not with like a whole bunch of crowds.
Anybody met any boys?
Pretty much,
Mostly,
it's a girl group summer.
Yeah.
No boys allowed.
While Emma was not focused on romance, Alex definitely was. He and Allie recently decided to take a step back in their relationship and focus on friendship instead. But there was no weirdness at all when they saw each other again.
Going into conference, I was a little nervous that things were going to be awkward between us because fights we've had and we haven't really, and we've been talking less often, and I haven't seen her for 4 months. So right when we saw each other for the first time, that kind of went away, and we just started talking like we used to.
Meanwhile, Jonah, Liz, and Anna grabbed some barbecue with friends. Jonah brought his friend Bryant to the conference, and he was surprised by just how lively it gets.
Coming into this trip, I asked Bryant, I was like, you think you can hang with us? And he was like, I'm not sure, because he's not really the party type back home.
I have gone down the elevator and heard music, loud music, and so it has been, I guess, kind of as I expected, having Jonah walk in at 2 o'clock in the morning, waking me up.
Anna had a late night last night, but it was because Jonah was in her and Ashley's room, and everyone laughed as they recounted it.
We had to drag you out last night.
Ashley's too nice. I'm not. I said, Jonah, get your ass out of the bed. And then he's sitting on the toilet. I said, what are you doing? I said, go take a in your room.
That was about 3:30 when we got him out of our room finally. I told him we're not going to listen to you snore all night long.
During the meal, Liz was asked about her and Bryce, and she revealed that they're officially reunited.
Bryce and I are back together. I'm feeling pretty good about it, us being back together. He did show some changes, and he was really motivated to make this work out between us. That's really all that matters, and kind of pushed me to, okay, he's not going to give up or back out. Pretty much, yes, me and Bryce are still together, but making things a little bit better.
Jonah and Carrington shared their support for Liz and Bryce getting back together.
Bryce is a good guy, and they balance each other out great, but she didn't tell my mom and dad yet, so we'll see how that plays out.
It is awesome. It makes me happy.
I'm really happy that Liz and Bryce are working it out. I feel like sometimes you have to kind of hit rock bottom before you bounce back up. You know, they're young, they're just still learning. Especially living together, it can be hard with a significant other. But I feel like it's just normal, growing pains in relationships, so I'm excited to see them.
Before they left, everyone took a shot, except Liz.
I noticed that Elizabeth didn't take a shot. It's kind of odd because everybody's trying to have a good time. It's just one shot, Just throw back to her birthday. She knew how to take some shots. For all I know, Elizabeth is taking it slow for the presentation tomorrow. But me, nah. 1, 2, 3, water free!
The next day, it was time for the family's big workshop.
Our entire family, including Heidi and Ella and Carrington and Ashley, are presenting basically all aspects of life being a little person and our point of view.
Anna was nervous for her part of the presentation because the run-through at home didn't go so smooth for her, but she nailed it.
I enjoyed being on my own and being independent, not hiring somebody to mow my lawn. Now, is it perfect? No, there's some missing spots. But I enjoy going home from work and mowing my lawn.
For two parents to sit back and watch their kids share their goals, their wins, their fails, their struggles, that is so important to us and to our community. It's a proud moment for us.
Jonah used his time to speak about mental health, which is an important topic for him.
I really hit rock bottom by 21. I was at a point to where exhaustion mixed with anxiety, just being like, why me? Because, the world isn't built for a dwarf. Why do we have to resort to plan B all the time?
Jonah shared how the conference and the friends he's made here have made a big difference.
In the back of my mind, when something's wrong, I know that these guys right here have either gone through it or going through it or going to go through it. And so that's what gives me the extra confidence booster to be like, you know what, everything's gonna be okay.
After the workshop, there was a touching moment where someone in the crowd thanked the family for the impact they've had.
Even though we're living the journey, she's an only child. She gets a kick out of you guys arguing or doing those things or living independently, because Curtis and I can only say so much, but to have some good role models. So I just really appreciate it that there's good reflection out there in the world.
The fam celebrated the success of the workshop with some fun activities. There was a caving adventure at Longhorn Cavern State Park and a trip to Goldie's Barbecue in Fort Worth. Jonah chatted with the owners about how he took home second place at his recent barbecue competition, and they encouraged him to open up his own spot.
Y'all ever plan on opening up?
I'm in the car industry, my day-to-day job, but in a perfect world scenario, doing what I like, probably this would be amazing. After this experience, it gave me and Brian even more motivation because they can relate on our level, because they did start from humble beginnings and took some risk, and it paid off successfully. If it was a perfect world, that's where I'd want to be.
A group also went to an IV bar to get hydrated, and Anna was looking to get replenished after a night of fun.
Your bag's gonna be gone in like 5 minutes.
Thanks, Jonah. Vodka. That's probably one of my favorite things. I love that. Delicious.
You butcher that word every time. You just don't need to say it. Just say
You
delicious.
say it better when you're drunk.
Meanwhile, Liz had a different approach.
You dripping fast. I'm dripping slow because I didn't drink anything at all. I've been partying the least this week because I really just did not want to feel crappy, like from drinking hard. I wanted to enjoy the days that I had to look forward to this convention.
Later, it was finally time for the talent show. Trent and Amber have been working on their dance routine for a while now, and when the time came, they nailed it.
This is the first year they have presented trophies or, like a winner of the talent show.
Trent and Amber won first place for 22 and above.
We did it!
When the conference was over, the Johnstons looked back on everything that had happened, including a big update with Alex and Allie.
I know they spent a great deal of time together.
So how have y'all been this convention?
We've been like a lot closer, I would say.
Nothing.
We're back full swing, boyfriend, girlfriend, dating stuff.
Trent reflected on how special the conference is, and he wants to pass on these experiences to the next generation of Johnstons one day.
There's going to come a time when all 5 of our children have their own families. I would love to continue the tradition going to conference together. It's important for our kids, and it will be important for our grandkids. And it doesn't matter if our grandkids are going to be average size or little. Whoever our grandkids are, they're going to be part of our family, which is us.
The episode ended with Liz seeing Bryce after getting back from Austin. They decided it was time to share some important news, which, if you've been following their life off the show, you definitely know.
We've been keeping something from our parents, and it's definitely time to tell them. And we are really freaking nervous about it and have no idea what's about to happen.
When do you want to tell them?
Probably soon, sometime this week.
I'm feeling super nervous about it. I just don't even know what to say because I don't want nothing bad to happen or anything like that.